To give you guys an idea, I'm about 5 hours into the game. I have my live stream up on YouTube, so if you guys want to kind of watch that, you guys can. But it has been a fantastic game so far. The world is beautiful. The scenery, it just takes my breath away. When it comes to the art design of the world and the enemies, it's fantastic. And the gameplay is really, really good. It is a turn-based RPG, but it does have systems inside of that combat that keep you basically on the edge of your seat. And trust me, it will, because the window to dodge or parry enemy attacks is so tight and so narrow that you have to just be like ready for that attack. You have to be ready to either dodge or parry whatever's coming at you. And to an extent, you kind of have to basically understand that enemy to be able to get that expertise needed to be able to dodge or parry whatever attack's coming at you. Because to be, as I said, playing 5 hours into it, whenever I fought a new enemy that I did not know anything about, I pretty much was at their whim, because I had no idea what was coming at me. So therefore I had no idea of exactly when to dodge. Sometimes I got lucky. Sometimes I was actually able to time it. But most of the time when I fought a new enemy, I just had to get hit because I had no idea how their attacks worked. But the combat for a turn-based RPG is innovative. It's taking what you know from turn-based RPGs and just building on it and adding new systems and elements to basically make it feel fresh. And if you're coming from a turn-based RPG background, you are going to be able to pick some of these systems up really quick, especially if you played HSR, Bravely Default, Final Fantasy. You'll pick it up real easy. And on the other hand, there's new stuff, like I said, with the whole dodging and parrying mechanic and other core systems when it comes to building the characters that will feel unique and refreshing. Besides gameplay, the story is very emotional. The story is very deep and very, very fantasy-esque, as you can see just based on the video. But it's so emotionally deep, and what the guys here at this studio, this dev team, did is what I've been craving to see in storytelling in a long time, which is showing the emotion in the characters' faces. Only a few games I've seen recently that have come out in the past have been able to nail that. A lot of the storytelling and the writing in a lot of media, whether it be anime, movies, video games, they just fail to tell a genuinely good story because they don't understand or have forgotten how real humans interact through not just dialogue, but facial expressions, mannerisms. There are more ways to tell a story than just through dialogue or exposition dumps. You can tell a story simply by just showing a character's expressions and mannerisms, because we can communicate in more ways than just with our words. And with Expedition 33, you can see just every time there's characters interacting, there are moments where you can just see in like Gustav's face where he is just trying to be able to take in what's going on, where you can literally look at his face and see what it is he's thinking just based on his expressions, the pain, the anguish of losing some of his loved ones, losing his friends, losing the people that he cared about and trained. I'm trying to not go into too much detail for spoilers, but what I'm trying to say is this is a man, and this is not just him, but all his allies too, but especially with him, he carries the weight of a lot of stuff that has gone on in his life and in these moments. And you can see it. Pain, like I said, the pain and the anguish in his face, in his expressions. and they just nail it with the storytelling so far. Like I said, I'm only 5 hours in, and there's just so much good stuff here in the beginning of this game. Now, let's get into the whole topic of Game of the Year. Do I think, based on the 5 hours that I've played so far, that this is like a Game of the Year contender? I think that's a good possibility. I mean, based on what word of mouth is right now about the game, based on other people in the gaming community and streamers and YouTubers, this game is probably on track to potentially being a contender for Game of the Year. But for me personally, I'm not going to say it is just based on roughly 5 hours of gameplay. I am, so far, I will say I am very impressed with the game. I am very pleased with the game. And like I said earlier, I want to see and play more and experience more of this game. I'm not going to sit here and say it's a Game of the Year worthy game with just 5 hours of gameplay. I want to definitely finish the game first, at least, before I can say something to that level, to that magnitude. So that's my thoughts on that. I do think it's potentially up there, but I just don't want to say anything certain without completing the game first. But one thing I do want to stress, and I want you guys to know this, is that when you guys pick up this game, if you guys do, and I do highly recommend it, when you do pick up this game, it will take you a little bit to be able to pick up on the whole dodge and parry system. Like I said earlier, it is a very tight window, and you have to master that window. There was a boss that I fought over and over and over and over because he was a really good boss to fight, because he made you master the dodge mechanic. He made you master the parry mechanic because he basically one-shots you. So it's either dodge or get fucked. And that was it. But I did eventually beat him, basically with solo Lune, or Lune, whatever the hell this girl's name is, the witch girl. Because I fucked up on Gustav, he got murdered, and then like I said, just had Lune left, and I managed to dodge every attack after that with Lune and beat him. Just with Lune. So, it is a game, to just sum it up, where you will have to basically master the dodge or parry mechanic. And I would say definitely at first do dodge, because the parrying is actually a little bit tougher than dodging. And that's saying a lot, since dodging can be a little bit of a pain in the ass. Because here's the other thing you guys got to consider. Enemies have their own speed on how fast they attack. So a slower attack, it's still a tight window, but you have a better chance at dodging it. A very fast attacking enemy, it's going to be tougher because he's going to swing his attack and you're just going to be completely caught off guard by how fast he attacks, and you've already missed your window. And that's what I'm saying. The window for dodging and parrying is very, very tight. But with all that being said, overall I'm very pleased with the game. I am going to be rolling out more videos. Some of these videos that I'm going to be putting out are basically just me kind of sharing my gameplay experiences, taking on more notable encounters in the game. So look forward to those. I'm still in the process, like I said, just 5 hours in, of mastering sort of the gameplay mechanics and trying to get an idea of basically how the intricacies of this game works. And so that's something I'm going to be doing. But like I said, look forward to some gameplay videos of just me taking on bosses for the first time and just picking shit up out of nowhere. And with that being said, I am going to have the rest of this video be a video of a boss battle, just so I can share it. And so with that being said, hope you guys enjoy. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.
Get ready.
I'm pretty sure I hit that fucking dodge button.
Feel the burn.
Okay. I had no idea what kind of attack that was until I saw it. Alright, so I can't. Okay, so I can't select.
Chrome is flowing.
Nice.
Ready to evade. Dodge Kassak. I'm ready. Dodge Kassak.
Bitch.
Let the ink flow.
For those who come after.
Okay, so we're paralyzed like Pokemon. Alright, so he's paralyzed just like Pokemon. Okay.
Feel the burn. Dodge Kassak. Take cover.
Bitch.
Danger.
Fuck me.
Careful. He's building up chroma. ready. Let the ink flow.
Okay. There was a couple of times where I felt like I couldn't have dodged that. Don't get me wrong. There was probably a few that I didn't, but there was a couple that I felt like I should have dodged. Alright, we're doing this shit again.
Not looking good. Gustav!
Petrus must fall!
But yeah, that was a good boss battle.
Celebrate later. There'll be others. We should be safe up in the tree.